Hello again, and welcome back to Proteor Fitness on Restore Your Everyday. My name is Bethany Nelson, and I'm a physical therapist, an amputee rehab specialist, and Polestar Pilates instructor. Joining us today, we have Joe with unilateral below knee amputation, Mia with unilateral above knee amputation, and Mitchell in the back there with bilateral above knee amputation. As always, please watch the individual in the crowd today that has your same level of amputation to help you modify the exercises for yourself. Today we're going to focus on the muscles in your rear end and hips that need to be strong in order for you to walk well with a prosthesis or prostheses. Along with your core, your buttocks and hips are the most important muscle groups to be strong and flexible as a lower extremity amputee. So to get started, let's get on the floor with an exercise mat or towel under you. If you haven't learned how to get onto your floor yet, onto the floor back up yet, you can do these exercises on a bed, but please see my Floor Transfers 101 video on Restore Your Everyday to learn how to get on and off the floor. The floor being a solid surface is the preferred surface for exercise. We'll also be using your core in this series of exercises, so if you haven't taken my Back and Abs 1 video, where I teach you how to set your core correctly, I suggest you stop this video and do that one instead. I will simply be cueing you to set your core in this video, assuming you already know how to do so. Okay, so grab your prop, which could be a rolled up towel or a rolled up exercise mat or a half foam roller like what we're using here today. So here we are on our backs, and we're gonna bend your sound limb knee and place that sound limb foot flat on the floor. Again, if you're bilateral, please watch Mitchell for guidance on how to modify these exercises for you. So we're gonna need that prop, so we've placed our prop underneath our legs. And for the sound limb bridge, we don't need the prop yet, but it's there when we do residual limb bridge. This exercise is called bridging. We'll bridge with your sound limb leg first. Again, if you're bilateral, follow Mitchell's example here. And folks, if this feels too challenging for you, or if you have low back pain with this, please follow Mitchell's example rather than mine. Also, just don't bridge quite as high if it hurts. If you're unilateral amputee, you'll be doing a single leg bridge on your sound limb side. Single leg bridges are not easy, so work up to them, keeping the size of your bridge small and pelvis level from across the top until you're strong enough to go higher with your bridge. Now match your thighs in a diagonal line. Let's set our cores and press into your heel to engage the back of your thigh. And now you're going to squeeze your butt cheeks and peel your lower pelvis up, tipping up your tailbone, and then roll up through your whole spine, lifting your pelvis into that bridge. Now go ahead and curl it back down. If you're feeling any hamstring cramps here, like I just got, it's because you didn't squeeze your buttocks enough, okay? So let's put that leg back down. Let's set our bell back. We're going to tuck the pelvis, tipping up the tailbone. This is our second lift. Go ahead and peel up one vertebra at a time to the top. Inhale. On the exhale, roll back down, placing the upper backbones down first and then finally the tail. Inhale. Exhale, press it up. Inhale. Exhale, roll it down. Let's go for 5 more. Inhale and exhale, rolling it up. And roll it back down. Here we go again, roll it up and down. Try to keep your collarbones nice and open. And down, make sure you're squeezing your butt cheeks. 2 more. And last one. Very good, and rest your legs down, rest your core. Okay, moving on to residual limb bridging. So we're going to take our residual limbs and put them down onto the foam roller. You want to have it as low down your leg as you can. I would say though, if you're below knee amputation or have a below knee amputation, I'd like you to have it just above your knee. If you have above knee amputation, have it down at the very end of your limb, but not just the fleshy end. You need to have it, have your bone well established on the foam roller. Now we're going to keep this sound limb foot down, but you're trying not to use it with the bridge. All of the work should be coming from your residual limb side here. Don't press into that sound limb foot. Inhale and swing your bell back. Exhale and press your thigh down into the half foam roller or bolster, lifting your buttocks on that side of the residual limb, and lower and rest. Inhale, exhale, press, and release it back down. This is number 3. Press and lift your right butt cheek. Pelvis should be level across from side to side, and lower it back down. If that feels like a good enough challenge for your body, stay there. If you want a little bit added challenge, bring your leg up to tabletop. Hands, palms are pressing into the floor. Inhale. On your exhale, press and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. 6, lower. 7, lower. Keep it going, guys. Breathe. Lower. 8, lower. 2 more. And 10, and lower. Nicely done. All right, so that was our bridging work for both legs. Now for the front side of your hip and thigh. We can take our bolsters away from us, or props. Bend your sound limb, placing that foot flat on the surface, and then stretch out your residual limb leg, bringing it to the floor. If you're bilateral, watch Mitchell for your modification. We're working on a straight leg raise here to work on the hip flexors and the quadriceps in the front of the thigh. Swing your bell back, setting your core, and lift your straight leg up to the level of your bent knee, or about a 45-degree angle. Lower it down. Inhale, exhale to lift. Reach that leg straight out of your hip socket. Reach your heel long and lower. Keep the front of the thigh as tight as you can as you lift, holding it, and lower. We have 7 to go. Lift. Reach that leg long, keep that core tight. Your low back should not be lifting here. Lower. 5. Lower. Keep it up. 6. And lower. 7. And lower. Almost there. 8. And lower. 9. Lower. Hope you haven't let go of that core. 10. And lower. Nicely done. Now we're going to switch legs. So you had your sound limb down. So now we're going to bring that sound limb into a straight, or you had your sound limb here, bent. And now we're going to switch legs. So we're lifting that heavier sound limb. So if you're an above knee amputee, just hold your leg up vertical. And Mitchell, with bilateral above knee amputations, is going to have his leg vertical as well. All right, so we're going to set our core. Inhale. On the exhale, lift and lower. 2 and lower. Keep the shoulder blades down, collarbones out to the sides of the room. 4, 3. It's okay to touch down. Wait a minute, I counted backwards. 6, 7, 8, 9. One more, everybody. And 10. Very good. And rest. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, everybody, please roll onto your sound limb side for the next 3 exercises. Again, folks with bilateral amputations, please follow Mitchell's example for your modifications. You're going to line the back side of your body up with the back side of your mat again. If you're doing these exercises on a bed, please just make sure that you're not so close to the edge of the bed that you could possibly fall back or fall off. Safety first. Okay, so we're going to lift our residual limb into a hip abduction. So you're going to place your lower arm underneath your head for neck support. Bilateral amputees participating, again, please watch Mitchell's example here. Okay, so we're going to do residual limb hip abduction or straight leg raise on the top side. Place your lower arm under your head or neck for support. Bilateral amputees participating, please follow Mitchell's lead here. Bend your hips and knee or knees, placing your bottom heel on the back side of the mat or towel in line with your head, neck, and shoulders and hips. Extend your top limb straight out like it's an extension of your spine. You should be lying squarely on your side, not rolled back or rolled forward, but squarely on your side. Stiffen your top thigh and reach that leg out of its socket, adding a small pocket of sunshine underneath your waist, a little bit of lift under there. Keep that lift as you reach the leg out and lift it up nice and high, only as high as you can go without tipping your pelvis up towards your ear. Okay, keep your kneecap and your toes straight forward. This is number 3, and lower, and number 4, and lower. Keep working your core to keep your spine stable. 5. Exhale, 6. Exhale, 7. And 8. Do you still have your pocket of sunshine underneath your waist? 9. One more, and 10. All right, very good. That is that side. Now we're going to do an exercise called bicycle. So we're going to keep our legs out straight, and if you do need a little bit of support, like a kind of like a kickstand for your bicycle, for balance, you can bring your bottom leg forward to help with your balance. Otherwise, keep it straight out of your body. And your top hand comes in front of your navel to give you a little bit of support here. We're going to reach that top leg long. We're going to swing our bell back and hold our core, reaching our pelvis towards our foot and lifting that little pocket of sunshine underneath your waist. Now we're going to bring the leg to that horizontal or parallel line, and you're going to kick it forward and then push your pedal of your bike around the back, bend your knee to bring that pedal up and over the top. Press it back, bend and pull the leg through. Here's 3. I might need my kickstand. 4. 5. Try not to hike your hip up towards your ear when that leg comes pulling up towards your body. 7. This mimics what we do when we swing our legs through when we walk. 9. And 10. This works the gluteus medius on this side of your hip, a really important muscle for hip stability and prosthetic knee stability. All right, nicely done. We'll roll onto our stomachs before doing these exercises on your other side. Let's roll. So we're going to work our butts again here, laying on our bellies. So you want to bring your hands down and place your forehead on your hands. So your hands are up where your forehead is. Okay, we're going to remember that cold ice cube underneath our belly button and pull our belly flesh away from that ice cube. Keep that belly flesh pulled up. Now we're going to lift the back of the thigh. Notice I can't go very far without arching my back. Okay, inhale through your nose, and now we're going to lower back down. All right, inhale here at rest. Exhale and lift. Bring it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift, and down, and lift, and down. You should feel this in your butt muscle. Trying to keep your pelvis flat on the ground or surface that you're laying on, and lower. 6, and 7, and 8. Keep that pubic bone pulled up towards your rib cage. 9. Last one. 10. Well done. Take a couple of nice deep breaths and prepare for your other side. Here we go. Set your core, pull your pubic bone towards your lower ribs, pull your belly flesh away from that ice cube. Keep that core tuck and lift your leg and lower and lift and lower. Keep up at that pace. 3, and lower. Remember, you can bend your knee actually if you're having any trouble getting the leg off of the floor. So you can certainly bend it and try to think of putting your foot flat on the ceiling. You get a little shorter lever, so that takes some of the pressure off of your buttocks if it's not quite strong enough to lift the straight leg yet. How many reps left, guys? All right, last one. Woo! Okay, so now we get to stretch it out. Stretch out that tired back. So push back onto your hands and knees, or if you have bilateral amputations, please follow Mitchell's lead for this stretch. Sit back onto your heel. Stretch those arms out in front of you. Bring your head down to the surface. Take some nice deep inhales right into your low back to stretch it out. And exhale. Last breath. And exhale it all out. All right, now we're going to roll onto your residual limb side, or the side you haven't yet laid on. Place your hand underneath your head. And again, if you're bilateral amputee, please watch Mitchell's demonstration for how to modify for yourself. All right, everybody's getting set. Okay. Now you're going to place your lower arm underneath your head for neck support. Bend your bottom hip to about a 45-degree angle and extend your top hip long and that leg straight in line with your spine. Remember, you should be lying squarely on your side, not rolled back or rolled forward. Stiffen your top thigh and reach that leg out of its socket, pulling up that small pocket of sunshine underneath your waist. Under the lower side of your waist. Sustain this throughout all of your lifts and lowers. Now we're going to lift that leg up without hiking the hip towards our ear and lower. And lift and lower. Keep your kneecap and toes straight forward or where your kneecap and toes would be. So you're in a neutral rotation. I believe this is 5. Make sure that you're not bringing that thigh forward. Keep it straight out of your spine. 8, 9, and 10. All right, very good. Now for our sound limb bicycle. So again, you can keep that bottom leg bent forward as your kickstand. I found that that was helpful for me too. So we're going to lift that top leg, reach it out straight, pull up that little pocket of sunshine underneath your waist again, and stiffen your thigh. Here we go. We're going to swing the leg forward, and then we're going to swing it back. Bend the knee behind you, pull the bent knee through, just like you're riding a bicycle. Just like you're pulling that pedal up and over the top. Swing it around. Don't let your pelvis hike here. Okay, keep it reaching long. Keep that pocket of sunshine. I believe that was 5. And 6. And 7. Keep breathing. 8. 9. And 10. All right, come on up to a sitting position. And that concludes our exercise session on butt and thighs 1. I hope you felt adequately challenged with this class. If not, you may be ready for the next video in this series, which is butt and hips 2, which will become available 2 weeks from now on Restore Your Everyday. Remember to get in some cardio and stretching every day for optimal health and wellness, as well as to optimally prepare you to walk well with a prosthesis or prostheses, or keep you walking well with a prosthesis. Until next time, bye.